Good morning, YouTube. Let's do what it do. We got another little story today. This one come back from when I was about 15, staying in Detroit, staying next door to a YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association. For the people that don't know, they help people out who need second chances, need a place to stay. I don't know if they have YM and YWCAs because one was for men, one was for women. But I just happened to live next door to one, and uh, they had a variety of things that we could do over there: swimming, track, basketball, whatever. So, of course, and they had vending machines in the lobby. So instead of going around the corner to the corner store, we would go next door, just grab a little small pop, chips, or whatever, till we felt like getting out or whatever. So one day I was like, well, I'm going to get me something from the vending machines. So uh, I go in there, I look, they had probably about 5 or 6, so I'm taking my time like I'm at a store. I take my time and just look around. I say hi to the people I know there. And, that's how we do. Uh, so I get my stuff out the vending machine. So I got my stuff in my arm. And I come outside, and on the front steps is a dude with his guts hanging out of him. Right? So I look around, for to see if it's anybody that could help him or whatever. So I said, well, Val, it's nobody here. So you got to help him. So as soon as I started helping him, my foster brothers and sisters started coming down the street because they was going to the vending machine too, right? So I send them. I say, go back to the house and get some sheets. I need some sheets, and get me a pillow, right? And they was like, what you gonna do? I said, well, I gotta try to save them, right? And they was like, wow. They was like, that's cool. They was like, we could call the ambulance. I said, yeah, you got to call the ambulance, but I got to try to get him stabilized before the ambulance comes, right? And so uh, I pick his guts up. I throw his guts back in his stomach. I take the sheets. We had clean white sheets at the house. I took that up. Uh, you know, tighten those strips tight as I could. Kept the people away from around them because you know how when people come around they trying to get close into the scene, and I was like, no, y'all get back, whatever. So I had my foster brothers and sisters, well, my foster brothers, I had them keep the crowd back and whatever. And so I wait with him for the ambulance. I talk to him. I tell him, I say, it's gonna be all right. With somebody on the way to help you. I'm tying up your insides, and I'm putting them back in you, and I'm gonna stay right here till the people come and get you. So I stay there, hold his hand. I talk to him. The ambulance get there. They was like, who did that? I said, I did. And they was like, oh, that's nice. They was like, because most people wouldn't even be helping him. I said, well, I was the only one here to help him, so he's a human being. I see him in distress. I'm trying to help him. What's going on with that? Right? So, next day, I go out and play basketball. And I get back home, and it's a FBI card on the door. And I'm like, FBI? And they got my name on it. Well, please call us back. Boom, boom, boom. So I call them, and we talk for a few minutes. So they come by the house, and I was like, well, what y'all looking for me for? Right? They said, well, did you save somebody over there at the Y the other day? I said, yes, sir. They was like, well, why did you do that? I said, because he's a human being. And they said, well, do you know who stabbed him? I was like, no, I don't. I said, I wasn't. I said, I was at the vending machine. I didn't even know it was a ruckus going on outside. And when I come outside, this dude is laying there. And I would want somebody to do me the same way. If I was in distress, I wouldn't want nobody just to pass me by, because time is of the essence when you're hurt, right? So he was like, "Oh, that's nice." Whoa, whoa, whoa. He was like, "But if you ever, um, uh, if you ever hear anything or whatever, right? Uh, just let us know." So a couple months go by. I see another friend of mine, right? So he say, "I heard you saved this guy on the on the steps of the Y." I was like, "I did." He said, "You ain't gonna believe this." He said, "Somebody I know was the one who did it." I said, "Well, don't tell me nothing about it, cause I ain't trying to hear that." But and he said, "Why you save him?" I said, "Because he's a human being, And they was like, "Wow." Everybody around here talking about you, they got respect for you because you saved this dude's life. I was like, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be, I'm a citizen. He was a citizen. I didn't know what happened. I don't know nothing about the altercation he had with the people or person, whoever he got into it with. I didn't know anything about it. I just saw a human being in distress. And come to find out, even the FBI wanted to know why I saved this guy. I told them the same thing. Hey, dude, I'm a human being. And another human being should care about other human beings enough that if you see somebody in trouble, to be their protector, be there to help them, and not abuse them and not let other people abuse them or rob them or whatever, right? So that's just the story of the day. If you see somebody in distress, help them. It's nothing wrong with being a help. Uh, you're not really being a hero. You just being, like I said, a citizen who cares about another human being, and you want to see everybody thrive and survive. Hey, YouTube, I appreciate you if you stop by the videos. Just leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. I appreciate those people that have stopped by. My analytics is a little low, y'all. So if you come by, please give me a like, subscribe, and comment. Like I said, this is just the beginning of the channel. We working on making it bigger and better. So hey, y'all support. Got way more things for you. You be surprised. Walking with Val, it's enjoyable. I ain't mad at you. Peace, YouTube.